Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Ultra Hardware number 60872 chain bolt. Surface mounted chain bolt, named such because it's intended to be installed at the top of a door, or specifically on a door that is so tall that it would be impractical to get up and actually manipulate the bolt up and down. So there's a chain sort of bolt that you see here. Very nice stiff spring that's in there. You get the sense, even though this item is a a relatively low cost sort of item, it does give you the impression that it's well made. It's a zinc die cast. It's a zinc finish, so it's corrosion resistant. It's going to be steel with a zinc coating. They say the length of the chain is 24-inch, and measuring that here on my desk, what that is actually is the length of the actual chain itself, from here down to the top of the ring, is indeed 24-inch. Let's get some dimensions on the body. Overall width of the body is 2 1/4. Overall height is just under 5-inch, and then the projection, 1-inch. Now, installation of this is, like I said, intended for doors that are taller. Used on a variety of applications. Can be used on, obviously, on swinging doors, and that's the tapered bolt is a dead giveaway. However, it can be used on either in-swing and out-swing doors, and that's because you're going to get two different strikes. The U-shaped strike, which is going to be used on a rim application or an in-swinging application where the bolt is mounted on the pull side. Let's get some dimensions on this strike. Overall width, 2 3/4. Length, I should say, 1-inch overall width. Projection, 1-inch as well. Okay, again, zinc coated steel. Then you're going to get like what would be called a mortise strike. Is what this is going to be used for. You can see how that's going to install from the image below. Basically you're going to need to prepare the frame itself for the bolt to go in, so that your approach in this face is intended to be like a strike guard against coming in contact with what you're doing. Like this is the bottom line. Let's get some dimensions on this. Length about 2 3/16. Depth 1 1/8. And then this projection about 11/16. Let's talk specifically about the installation of this bolt. It can handle in-swing or out-swing, and a couple of things you need to do in order to determine that. First of all, determine if it's an in-swing door, assuming that you're going to be on the side of obviously the side of the pull chain, or the chain bolt, will be the inside. So if it's an in-swinging door, you're going to use the surface strike. Okay. What you're going to have to make sure that you do in the event that it is an in-swinging door, you have to reverse the bolt head, obviously. Doing that is really simple. Just to press the bolt head, you'll be able to remove the chain. You'll be able to take that out, flip it around, push it back down. Yikes. Feed it back in there, and then you're done. Now I've reversed it. Okay, so this is going to make contact, basically like this. You're going to want to make sure that when you install this, because the installation instructions on the back, to me, are wrong. They're backwards, is the bottom line. You're going to want to make sure that when you install this onto the face of the door, when you're on the pull side, that where you locate this on the door itself and where you locate this onto the face of the frame, you're going to make contact where it's tapered. Not down here, obviously, where it's tapered. That's going to do your in-swing application. It's going to look something like this. All right. Now, for an out-swinging application, you're going to be standing on the push side of the door, and then obviously you need to reverse this. So I'm just going to reverse it back around. You can see that that doesn't take but a second to do. So now we are on an out-swinging application. You're going to need to make sure that you've got this angle strike installed. The door is here and it's going to swing out this way. You're going to want to make sure that you get this installed, you know, like this, so that it's properly installed like this. So this is really going to go on the rabbet of the frame, or the stop, not the rabbet, forgive me. Here's the header profile. Forgive the poor drawing. There's the header profile. You're going to need to make sure that your strike installation is going to look like that, okay? Because your bolt, this is an exaggerated view, is going to look like that. And obviously the door swings out in this orientation. Okay, so that's what your installation will look like. Wanted to be sure that I understood it to the point where it's been a while since I've installed a chain bolt, and looking at the instructions got me a little bit confused, so here we go. The other thing to note is that you're going to get a package of screws, some oval head, pardon me, some pan head screws and some flat head screws. The pan head screws are going to be used for the body. There's no countersink there, whereas your strikes have countersinks, so you'll use the flat head for all of that. You're also going to get a couple of little screws for the chain guide, and that's a nice way to just keep your chain tamed and exactly where you want it to be. Okay, keep it pressed against the face of the door, something in that range. Okay, certainly a very, real nice quality chain bolt. They're not real common in installations where it's a pair of steel doors, because people would generally prefer just solid slide bolts. But for a lot of industrial gate applications, people that are just accustomed to using these prefer them. They know that they're reliable, they know that they're long-lasting, and they're inexpensive, is the bottom line. And the fact that they're zinc-coated is going to offer a significant amount of corrosion resistance. They're not light in their weight. They're about 3/4 pound each, so they're somewhat substantial. If you have any questions on the Ultra 60872 chain bolt or any other Ultra product, who's a full-line manufacturer of all things builder's hardware related, hinges, lock sets, trim and auxiliary door stops, residential in nature, light commercial in nature, or any other Ultra product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.